bright, bright, sunny day out there. Yeah, gorgeous. Our driveway is going to be all black and clear by the end of the day, I think. So here we are on Sunday, February 21st. Half moon. Good morning. It is a gorgeous, beautiful day here in sunny southeastern Pennsylvania, where we have electrical power and water and are reminded what a luxury it is. I've just been ranting to myself about how terrible things are in Texas, and I am so sorry. So sorry. But I won't do that on this because who needs to hear it? You guys don't. You know what I think. But I was glad to see Valerie yesterday looking good on our Zoom meeting. She did an excellent job of running it and engineering it and managing it. Thank you so much, Valerie, for organizing these for us. And it was good to see everybody who could come. Thank you, everyone. And now I don't have to worry about Nancy. I thought La Jolla girl was in Southern California. My sister-in-law, Vicki, lives in Carlsbad, California. Hi, Vic. And La Jolla is just down the road from her. And I always thought La Jolla girl lived in La Jolla. She's in South Texas. Yeah, so now we have to worry about her. Of course, there are millions and millions of Texans we have to worry about. I hope things are straightening out now that Senator Cruz is back worrying about things. Okay, I'll stop. But anyway, we had a really, really fun Zoom knit group yesterday, or crafting together group, and thank you everyone who could come, and I'm sorry for the people who wanted to come and weren't able to. I apologize, but, well, I don't apologize. I mean, it wasn't my fault that you couldn't come. There was room for everybody. Valerie has a professional Zoom setup, so there's no limit to how many people can come, although on a practical level, there is. But we did not hit that limit, and we had a really nice time, and thank you everyone who came, and thank you, Valerie. And I guess I'll be talking to Valerie to pick the next date. I mean, we kind of have it in our mind. We'll Zoom once a month, so yeah. But we don't have a new date yet, but I will announce it when we do. I did work on I want to just show you my proof of concept. I did work on my sweater, my stripes, and I know I wasn't, I didn't explain it super well yesterday, what my idea was for my stripes. My problem is I'm doing stripes. I have one ball of the Suri alpaca, and I'm doing stripes of held double Suri alpaca down the front of my sweater because it matches the color up, which is called Vineyard, which is beautiful, from Treehouse Knits. And so I'm striping just down the front this one ball of alpaca, and I think it looks really cute. It's like it's a subtle pattern, but it's really lovely. And I did the collar and the alpaca. It's so squishy. But when you think about those of you who are knitters, when you think about the logistics of a stripe just in the front of a sweater you're knitting in the round. When I first began this, I'll show you the inside. When I first began this, my stripes were creating. I figured it out this morning when I woke up and didn't get right out of bed. My stripes in a 12-row repeat of stripes were creating 36 ends. Now I've been dealing with the ends by weaving them in Stephen West style. So I don't have to weave in all these ends. I just have to cut them off. But still, and it was bulky, and it was, I don't know, bothering me. Bothering me. So I came up with this idea that if I knit a flap of alpaca back and forth for 6 rows, because that's how many rows are the alpaca, and then I picked up the other yarn, worsted yarn, words are hard this morning, and knit 6 rows of it going back and forth around the sides and back of the sweater. When I finish the 6th row of that, then I would just knit all the way around into the alpaca, and I would end up with these slits on the sides that I would have to go back. I will have to go back and close those up at the end, and it worked. And it worked while I was talking, although I did have to, I did go the wrong direction one time and I had to tink back. But I wasn't the only one tinking. It was toward the beginning and everybody was a little discombobulated. So we were, a few of us were tinking. So anyway, that worked. That worked, and I knit that flap, and then I knit the flap in the back, and then now I knit all the way around for 6 rows. So it's all connected, except for that little place. And now I'm just getting ready to start the next flap of alpaca. So the 6 rows with the alpaca, I'm knitting back and forth with alpaca in the front and back and forth with the worsted in the back. And then when I go to have a row of the worsted, I just knit all the way around for 6 rows. And it connects everything. And it worked out great. So that's what I'm doing. I have done this much under the arm, which is looking like 6 inches, maybe 7. So I'm halfway done with the body. I think it's 14.5 inches. And I'm doing really well on my alpaca. I might have enough alpaca to do the bottom ribbing to match the collar, which would be fun. Krista was wondering if I wanted to save some for the sleeves. And I've already not gone on the sleeves for 2 of these rows purposefully because I thought I wasn't going to have enough. I could do maybe if I have enough, maybe at the bottom of the sleeves do a couple rows and then the cuff or something like that. It depends. I'm surprised how far this alpaca is going. Looks like it's going to go, but it's such a subtle stripe, but I'm so happy with it. Anyway. And my goofy plan worked. The only problem with it is I have trouble figuring out where the yarn is going to be, the working yarn is going to be in relationship to where the needles ended up. And so I had to cut the alpaca to start it in the right place for this next flap. But I had forgotten to carry it up anyway, and so it was kind of hanging out there. So I'll have 2 ends instead of 36. I think I'm okay with that. Anyway, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I think it's going to be a beautiful sweater. And I'm wearing my backbone sweater with my mohair, and I put it on today because I wanted to be happy today. I wanted to be happy today. And I'm really in love with this sweater. And I slept last night for the first time in a week. I slept really well. So I woke up and I feel like, you know, let me do everything I can to make myself happy. I even put cream in my coffee. Working on being happy today. It's Sunday. I can be happy today. I am planning on painting today. Rosie is watching some of my old podcasts, and she said, oh, I've just watched number 48 when you came back from Chile. And all the pictures in that episode you should think about for watercolors. So I went through some of the pictures and I printed them off, much to Dennis's chagrin. He's like, oh, you know, color. But there are a couple. And I had some trouble with the printer, as you'll see. We have something has to happen with the printer, but because you can see the stripe down the middle. But it's good enough to figure out how to paint it. I was gonna look up, these mountains are in the, they're like the three angels or the 6 ladies or the something like that. Pearl. Okay. I heard something and then she's walking away. I need to look them up. I should have looked them up before I started talking to you about them. But they're very spectacular. This is down in Patagonia in southern Chile. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeousness. These are pictures I took on my phone. Oh no, I might have taken some of them on my camera. I don't know if I can do this one or not, but I really want to make that one. But one of, you know, one's more gorgeous than the other. So I am inspired to do some painting. Here's some color. Do some painting today. Now you know why Dennis was like, printer, ink. This is way down in the, that's I am having trouble with words today. The ice, you know, glacier. That's a glacier coming down the hill into the water. Crazy, right? Anyway, oh, and then I did. No wonder he was telling me to stop printing. I did print off a couple from the Atacama Desert too, and there were more, but I think I can do that. That's going to be a very light color, but those are flamingos and their reflections. The flamingos are not red here. I think it's because they're not eating krill, which is what makes flamingos pink. Anyway, thank you, Rosie, for that trip down memory lane. So, and I have been inspired to do some painting. And I do want to do that boat scene again, just to see what I do with that. Also, here's a picture of my palette. I put that on Instagram. I was so inspired by my palette yesterday that I went and I sprayed it with water, and then I tried to pick up the paint so that it looked. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that, but I thought, oh, let me just, you know. I got some big splotches on it, but anyway, my first 2 attempts were not so good. But these are backgrounds for something. I could do something with them. This is the kind of thing that Juanita is doing, like, you know, splashing stuff all over a page, and then she draws. But she draws. I'm not a drawer. I'm not anything, but she draws beautifully, and so she turns these splotchy things into a gorgeous painting. She's in the middle of doing a snake now. She's been working on a snake, although I think she's using colored pencils for that. Anyway, Juanita she spins on Instagram if you want to follow her art, her spinning art and her painting art. So thank you, Rosie, for the inspiration. And I am feeling like I really want to paint today. So I will be painting. And I wanted to be happy. So I decided I'm going to let myself paint. And I'm going to wear my sweater that makes me happy. And it's a bright, sunny day. We're having our music night tomorrow night. It was supposed to be on Friday, but with the weather and everything, we postponed it to tomorrow. Yesterday was Kim's birthday. I forgot to tell her happy birthday on my vlog, but she doesn't watch it anyway, so it was okay. I did text her. So tomorrow night, we're having Crab Imperial for her birthday. Dennis had to look it up. He's never made it. And we're going to watch Tosca. She got Tosca on DVD. And so we will be watching Tosca and having Crab Imperial and creme brulee with lemon curd. That's the plan for tomorrow. So I'll have to clean off the table again. So I'm going to mess it up today. Do some painting. And then I have my craft night with Christy tonight, and I'll work on my books. I still haven't gone through my colors, but I don't have to go through my colors to do my books tonight because I've kept all the colors that are in play this month. So that won't keep me from being able to work on my books, but I am behind because I didn't work on them last Sunday and I didn't do them without her. So I have 2 weeks of books. I don't think I can do 2 weeks of books tonight, but maybe that will get me going on finishing my book, catching up my books and working on my bookshelf itself and thinking about my colors. But today, I'm painting. I've decided I wanted to paint. And so I am. So I'm either going to start in Patagonia or start in the Atacama Desert. Those flamingos and their reflections are so perfect. Their reflections are so perfect. It's a very, very, very briny lake that they're in. I wonder what it is they eat because they're not pink. And I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're happy. I hope you're crafting something that will bring you joy today. And thank you again, Valerie, for hosting our lovely Zoom. And thank you, ladies, all who came. It was so good to see you and so much fun. And we'll do it again in March. Valerie and I will figure out the best day for her, since she's the engineer. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I needed that. And I'm happy today. And but I was tired last night. I didn't do much. I was, well, I had not slept a wink that night. I mean, if I slept an hour, it was, it was a really bad night. So last night was a really good night and I'm feeling good. So I hope you're feeling good too. I hope you slept well. Please take good care of yourselves. Please be careful out there. Please be careful at home. And do some crafting that brings you joy. That will make it all wonderful. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.